Yeah.
Nigeria will win.
You think they have enough quality?
There's this superstition that's going on in Nigeria
That
where Iheanacho won an FA Cup. Who's this guy?
Mikel.
No. Who's this guy from Villarreal? Or
Chukwueze.
Yeah. Won a Europa League.
Europa League. Who they beat by the?
Who's there?
Walipiga na Europa League.
Let's go on.
There's this female Nigerian player in Barcelona. They won the Champions League.
Oh.
Then Burna Boy won a Grammy last year.
Yeah.
And then
Wizkid also did some dope things.
yeah. So you see, Nigeria on kind of on a high.
On a high, yeah.
On a high, so they might finish on a high.
Might translate all the way to football.
But maybe it's the
They
girls
also have dope juice anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so that's about that with Arsenal. I mean, time will tell on how far we can go. If these guys will come in and take us to other places, I believe they can help us get something. We just need to get it done for starters, all right? So that's just want to happen or not. All right, another club that has a lot of issues and I don't think they'll be saved at all is Newcastle. Newcastle, they were playing over the weekend against Watford. They seemed like they might win it until the 87th minute, actually, where they got equalized. And nilikuwa na start inasema, they have conceded 15 goals in the last 15 minutes of Premier League matches. Now, that against Watford was the 16th. In the epitome of relegation, right?
Small club mentality.
Straight up relegation. Watakuwa the richest club in the world wakiwa championship.
And it's good for them.
I also think so.
They have to build from
because
down.
You said we need to erase everything and
build from the ground up,
right?
Yeah.
I think if they accept their fate, I mean, right now they are trying to force it
not to go down,
and now they are buying aimlessly and dishing out contracts anyhow and all that. You get,
but pia hata quality
could work because their fellows are also mediocre, but they are still suffering from that small club mentality of letting go. Because I remember when they were conceding a lot of goals under Bruce decided to do a packed midfield or a packed defense. He would do 5-4-1 or 4-5-1, and they would still letting goals. In fact, they would concede even more
than
with that kind of with that kind of formation. So it's all about their dynamics as players.
As in Dixon, now to end the 2 championship, man. Wajipange uko. It's a rigorous league over there. As in the championship there, it's crazy, right? I think they play. Is it 36 games or is it 38?
No, it's 23 times 2.
That's 46.
Yeah, it's
46 games.
40 games.
If you manage to get over that, then I think you have set yourself now to come and try in the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
And like now, where I know they are clutching at straws, buying a kina Chris Wood, ananunua kina Kieran Trippier. I don't think it's going to help them.
It's not. I actually think, I hope Norwich do stay up to prove us wrong, because they always come up, then they get relegated.
Yeah.
But
wanapenda hiyo mchezo sana.
Maybe they love that money or the trophies. That is the only trophy they're gonna have.
The championship
so
one.
Titles they do
they need something to celebrate.
So, but I do think for a rebuild, you have to destroy something to build something beautiful. Yeah? So I think it's better off they do go down. Because I hate Newcastle. I think as a United fan, if you see the past videos when Shearer refused to come to
to United,
and then Kevin
but
Keegan,
we Andy Cole.
Andy
Cole si alikuja na kanini.
Did you buy him from Newcastle or Leeds?
Andy Cole I think alitoka Newcastle.
He came from Leeds, I think.
Newcastle? Okay, let me check.
Then he left us to go to Newcastle. I have a feeling of that sort. I have a feeling of that sort.
Lakini I think
what? Oh, go on.
They should go down. Pamoja na Burnley. I really hate Burnley football. Sean Dyche football.
Sean Dyche ame survive.
Is one of the longest serving managers in Europe. Yeah, top 5 leagues is one of the longest serving.
Amejaribu basi.
And he has a new contract.
Exactly.
I like him.
You guys bought Nani from Newcastle. Because I recall. Andy Cole 93, 95. Ndio 95 akakuja hadi 2001.
So there's a guy we bought from Leeds and went to, or was it
Newcastle? York alitoka haku Aston Villa when he was coming to United. Ama ni Ipswich.
Dion Dublin.
Dublin
ndo alitoka Aston Villa akakuja itwaje Man United.
But
mimi nataka my relegation 3.
You think by the cause Norwich wanacheza poor, do you think maybe they can survive? Wako in a very precarious situation pia.
But the points are 14, 13, 12, 11.
Yes. Yes.
And
Now when you wako 11 wako na I think now 3 games in and game yao leo imekuwa
imekuwa postponed. So I think Norwich might go down. But I do hope they don't.
I'd love them to stay this
Yeah.
time. They've
Norwich,
suffered enough.
They have suffered enough.
Even
They
if
always
God is
come
trying
up.
to prove a point with them.
They come up, then they go down.
Yeah.
But I think Watford will have enough.
Go down.
No, we'll have enough because
To stay up?
Dennis is on.
Emmanuel Dennis. Do they still have Ismail Assar ataka ako nje? Dwight York by the alitoka Aston Villa.
Sure.
I think it's Dwight York.
For me, about relegation, I hope Sean stays up.
Why?
Because I like what he's done for that club.
Sticking around with all those tight budgets.
Sticking around with all those, very average players and, that kind of a budget. And I also don't have like any personal whatever with Burnley. You dig? So I really hope they stay on. I'd love to see. I don't like Watford, but I like Ranieri. Sadly, so I'm at a dilemma on that one.
Ding-dong.
Yep. So I think Norwich have played the most games among those guys, even though the point deviation is not so big.
Yeah.
So they are in a huge mess if the others decide to
raise their game.
Yeah.
Burnley wako 20th, 17 games in. Mazi wako na 5 kuna sema wamecheza 22 games. Wako na 5 games, they have
5
11
games
points.
they haven't played.
11 points. Newcastle have played 20 games. So wako na 3 games above Burnley, wako na 12 points. Newcastle they are wana settle at the bottom. Then Norwich City have played 21 games and they have 13 points. I think Norwich wanaenda.
Norwich are going.
The other team that is quickly approaching that zone is Everton.
Yep.
Everton, they've been taking L's in like forever now. So badly they had to fire the coach.
1 win since September.
Yeah.
Guess against who?
Not us.
He who must not be mentioned. That's
Not us. Not us.
Watford have how many wins?
this season.
Watford. They beat us. I remember that.
And then the next win was when?
After beating us, they
They have
haven't
4.
won.
They have 4 wins this season.
No. There was a time where they had L's. So many years. After the only team that they won against was us.
Was United?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think they've won a match after us.
They haven't won.
Because nakumbuka they were on a losing streak of, is it 6 games?
4,
when
5.
approaching this Newcastle game,
4-5.
they had lost like 6 Buddha in a row.
Same
So
to-
them
same-
getting a draw
same to
actually
Villa.
ilikuwa-
Same to
ilikuwa-
Villa.
Yeah, crazy. So
They hadn't won.
Yeah. Then they met
But-
that fraudulent quotes mentioned.
and they wakacheza.
I do think Watford will have enough to stay up.
I think they will survive also. I think they have better quality than these others.
For me-
Friday by then Watford versus Norwich.
Norwich will win that match.
Now you see, if
This coming Friday.
Norwich will win that match. You see, Watford, they are also, the reason why we are trying to look at Watford as a quality or anything like that, the defense is not helping Dennis' efforts up front.
Yeah.
And up front, there are only 2 guys who are hardworking well enough. Joao Pedro and Dennis. Dennis is currently out, injured.
No, he came back.
He came back, right?
Yeah, he came back, yeah.
Now, I have a feeling. I know I don't wish injuries on players, but I really hope he can carry on with the form he was in.
Dennis, yeah?
But he needs that defense to help him. That defense is hella trash, to be honest. And one of the things that Tinkerman did when he came in, Claudio, he tried to play that psychological whatever. He said, I have booked a restaurant and everybody is going to have pizza if you keep a clean sheet. They haven't kept a clean sheet since
then.
that guy came in.
Hey, our pendy pizza.
So that means there is a huge problem with the defense.
At the back, yeah.
They could score. They are also not scoring enough.
Yeah, they're not scoring enough, but
But they can. But now the defense is not helping that effort.
God
You
damn.
get?
I was looking at the numbers. Watford have scored 23 goals only. They have conceded 37.
You dig?
Yeah. They actually deserve to be among the bottom 3. Yes. Okay, Burnley wanaweza kuwa concede less because they have 5 games on top, but
Of course, yeah.
yeah, that's a terrible return. So the relegation this time around is going to be quite interesting. We might even have like 4 or 5 teams in there.
That's why I said whatever is helping all those guys struggling at the bottom is the fact that their fellows are also mediocre.
Yeah, that was the trash.
So we can't really tell right now. And in fact, Burnley could be having so many matches pending, but then,
They could still bottle
matches
them?
pending are not a guarantee that you're going to
They are not guaranteed 3 points, for sure.
In fact, you could be caught offside. These pending matches, they usually...
Yeah, game in hand, they've seen no better about that. I mean,
I just have a question for Denver. Why do you want Burnley to stay in the Premier League?
I like Sean
The
Dyche.
hoofball. Eh?
I don't care about their football because it is not benefiting me in any way. They don't beat us. They give us 3 points.
Hey, kuna time waliwashtua Old Trafford.
Tulipigwa na J. Rodriguez.
Hey!
It was once. I mean,
I think they have beaten you twice.
no,
In the last
drawn.
3 seasons.
We've drawn. There's a time we drew. They were beating us 2-0 when Lingard came on, and we drew. We've drawn a couple of matches. They've also beaten us once or twice. But for me, I really don't think I have any grudge with
Burnley.
With Burnley.
Or
And
to their
then
coach, yeah.
And then these guys, that is how they survive. I mean, we cannot ask them to become a Barcelona all of a sudden.
They
because
can't.
that is how they've been surviving in the league. So I need them there. I need those 3 points on a regular.
So if
wanataka hapo ndivyo kila time wakiwa
I
wanadishwa
need
3 points guaranteed ukienda tu kupatana huko tu sure yani.
hiyo lazima Paul ifanywe bana. Hiyo Burnley.
Oh, whether they should stay up or go down.
Unaona majority wanasema nini?
We'll put that up, but we'll put that up. All right. I think that's about that with those teams relegated and fighting for relegation and stuff. Who might they hire as the next coach? Everton, now that Benitez is out. Kuna links za sijui who is it? Wayne Rooney. Kuna sijui they might bring back the other guy they had before,
Benitez,
Martinez. I don't think Martinez is coming back. I mean, this is World Cup here. He's doing well with Belgium.
In fact, the Belgian authority has said no.
It's not gonna happen.
They've refused that he can't double task. So, and also, the very last time Martinez was there, I don't know why I'm confusing you with that guy. The last time he was there, he had banners lifted for him. It's enough.
Oh shit!
Get out.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't redeem yourself.
Yeah, Mourinho alirudi Chelsea.
Yeah, but it will be difficult for him, especially with the hard stance the Belgian guys are taking.
Yeah.
And then Lampard said a while back that he's still so broken with the manner in which he was sacked at Chelsea. In fact, he turned down that Norwich job.
Oh yeah, but then he was being
He
linked
said
with
he's
that.
still mentally unstable. He's turned down like 2 jobs. You get? And then, if I were Everton board, I have Wayne Rooney here and I have Lampard here. To be honest, Rooney has been doing incredibly well.
At Derby County?
They're out of
Considering the situation?
Yeah, reports have it that he's been paying part of their bills.
salary wages.
What?
Yeah, wages. He's been
My
paying,
players.
Yeah, he's been paying some of it. Right now, they are facing liquidation.
Yeah, they are.
They don't pay 5 million only. You get?
That's how terrible it is over there.
That's how terrible they are.
Fuck me, man.
You get? So, given the circumstances and the way some other players are earning big bucks and joking around, and then I have Derby players out here, they've recovered 21 points, a whooping 21
they're
points.
14.
They have 14. You get? Tentatively, that's like 35 points. What was the points tally for third place Blackburn? Was it 43?
For 40, was it 47 or 43?
43. That would be like 8 points off Derby if everything was okay. So that quantifies Rooney as best fit for that. And also, he's been an Everton guy.
Yeah, that's why he came up. He went back again.
Yeah.
Now he might come back as a manager.
So he stands very high chances, and that is very bad news for Derby, by the way.
Yeah. All right.
Why aren't you recommending Duncan Ferguson?
Duncan Ferguson.
Oh, he was
I
the
forgot about
caretaker
him.
for a minute.
But for Ferguson, he's being recommended as the next manager, but on an interim basis until the end of season.
For
He was
Everton?
unbeaten when Marco Silva was sacked.
Yeah,
He won like 3 and drew 1. Yeah.
There's no way atakuja kuwa deputy wa Waza
Yeah.
if Waza was to come in.
Najua waza hata achana na hiyo project. Ngumu sana.
Yeah, Derby.
Lazima isi through atoke hiyo relegation.
The reports are saying he's finding it difficult to say no.
Even in his
Say no to
Everton.
Oh, he's finding it difficult to say no.
Yep. And already they are whistleblowers. I saw Patrice Evra comment on Sky Sports in saying Wayne Rooney, home sweet home.
Now to Goodson Park.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm so sure he has advisors.
Yeah, I'm sure
So
he does.
it will be very difficult for him to turn that down.
Yeah.
You imagine Rooney winning at
Old Trafford.
as a
Oh,
United
that would be amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
or-
It's like how you were saying Nani Chris Wood akienda Burnley, akitoka Burnley and then Newcastle and then
Alafu Burnley
was survived
survival.
Newcastle wakwe. Poetic justice right there. Poetic justice. All right. Speaking of advisors, I think the Premier League needs some advisors, man, because tulikuwa naongelea historia ya referees. The last time we had a black or a B.A.M.E. Is it called B.A.M.E. or B.A.M.E? Black, Asian and minority. I think.
B.A.M.E.
Yeah.
Just call it B.A.M.E. because it's
Let's call it
an
B.A.M.E.
abbreviation.
The last time we had such a coach, such a referee with either black or Asian of minority, I think, was back in 2008.
Yes. What was his name? Rennie?
Uria Rennie.
Rennie,
And nilimwona time fulani akiwa na coach game ya United, I think was 6 or 7, I think,
Yeah,
that
alongside
season.
Ferguson.
We have not had a referee since then. All of them have been white. British, to be precise.
Sure.
Is this some marginalization that the Premier League is doing where they think only British referees can come and, and referee games? And they have been doing stinkers lately.
It's the same. It's
Not even lately, for a long time.
For a while now. I mean, starting with Kina Howard Webb, ile time yenu wakiwapea additional time all
my
the
God.
fucking time.
You guys
but,
are going.
but that's
through
a story
this
for another
whole
day. Tuachane na hiyo ya kitambo. Let's look over the last
I massively want to quash that debate, but let's go.
over the last 3 years, they've been pulling off stinkers. British referees. Why is that? Why are we not seeing some diversity in the refereeing situation?
There's a Wenger quote that says that no referee will see them in an international tournament. Like
Yeah,
a World
like
Cup.
English World
Yeah,
Indian referees will not go to the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was that. What could be the issue here? I mean, seriously, we need diversity.
Okay, we have the issue of perception.
That blacks are not good.
That blacks are not good enough. Now, you see, if we have a dominance of a particular group in a particular field, then we tend to grow with that. We tend to grow with that notion that these are the most fit guys for this kind of job. For example, we had for a very long time male dominating leadership positions in Kenya, and that affected women quest for leadership until the constitution had to come in to try and achieve that gender balance or something of that sort.
Yeah.
And even in elections, there are some places or some posts that women cannot be entrusted with, not because they can't do it, but because of the perception
That has
we
been
have.
there before. Yeah.
And that perception is emanating from bias or prejudice. Prejudice is a form of bias.
Yep.
Perception that you have, a stereotype is also another form of bias. You get. So let us look at how certain black referees have been behaving. I'm not saying the whites are perfect, but they've been trying, except the fact that they've been making clunkers in officiating and all that. We had a Kenyan referee sometimes back at the World Cup. He was to make the first ever Kenyan at a World Cup, right?
Until
He took
Yes,
a bribe.
correct. He was
You
caught
dig?
in his hotel room. right?
Recently at the Afcon, this guy finished a match at 85th minute.
yeah.
I don't want to judge him because of for whatever reason. And that wasn't the only drama in that match. There were so many other dramas in that match. You dig?
Yeah.
So if they look at, we are not also helping ourselves as black or the minority community. We are helping them to, we are adding gasoline to that
our fire.
perception fire. You get that these people hold
Better standards
towards
than
us.
us.
You
Yeah.
get? So we are also not helping ourselves. And then the bias is mostly emanating from the top guys.
top.
They feel like we are not good enough. And
But it's
and
not even-
even not even in the referee, almost in all fields. Because there also that fear that there could be a lot of racism coming in and stuff like that. Because if you look at it at this angle, a black fan can insult a white player. It won't be a big deal, right?
Yeah. Because
But-
how we could even abuse him?
But a white fan, if he insults a black player, it becomes a big issue.
Because that's racism.
You get? That's racism.
How could you even insult a white man in
In
England?
There are ways.
Oh.
There are racism towards white people, by the way.
In the UK?
And
in places like the US,
and
UK?
racism is just not all about color, by the way.
It's more about color.
It's a very wide topic. If you dig deep into it, I'll give you that homework. Go and check it out.
Because I'm wondering, how else would you abuse a white guy? Na isitoke ikiwa racism.
Very
in
many.
England.
Because you see, let me deviate away from football a little bit. If you go to the US, how many abuses did Donald Trump suffer from the black community? How many times did he get insulted? Why do you even?
But they're not regarded as racism.
Why do you even did a song for it? But why is it that when a white guy insults a black guy, we term it as racism? Yet racism is mostly based on color. But when a black guy insults a white guy, then we term it as something else.
Because the whites always abuse us according to our color. They always those monkey chants, throwing banana skins.
If we retaliate, it becomes a stalemate.
Because how else can we retaliate? As in, we cannot we cannot do monkey chants on whites. Because which animal do they associate with? We cannot throw banana skins at them and then.
Of course.
How would we?
But there is a way we can do it. I'm cocksure there's a way we can do it. You get. So my point is, the fact that we are the minority group, there is that fear, and this fear is emanating from perception.
For the people at the top.
Yeah. They're like, if you have black referees, chances are these guys are going to get racially abused. Same thing when you're talking about minority. I think in the world that we are, women are also that minority, whatever.
Kidogo, yeah.
So they are also saying there is also that perception. If we let a woman control a Premier League match, chances are she's gonna get bullied by either the fans or.
Remember,
but we should actually
the first female referee.
You have seen
recently in the FA Cup match.
The lady who was a linesman.
Yeah.
Her first refereeing, she got abuse from the fans
because she's a lady.
Yeah.
But on that topic, it's the same topic Vieira has been asking himself. How many black managers have been having?
So it's not all about referees.
And imagine there's only been 10 in 30 years of the Premier League. It's only been 10.
He's the what? He's the 10th?
He's the 10th one.
And I also feel the Premier League is not doing enough to actualize that gender policy, that minority policy.
Yeah, because I feel like for me, the one issue that they have control over is the refereeing, because you can't control over the coaches. That's up to the owners of the clubs, and But the refereeing one, that's up to the association to make sure there is a little diversity, man. At least kani moja, maybe one black, one Asian linesman or something of the sort, and not to be having more than a decade where there is no B.A.M.E referee at all.
But
that's just nilisoma mahali by they were saying, like, there was someone who was saying Stuart Atwell alikuwa promoted sana to become a referee in the top flight of the English Premier League. Alitolewa Football League. Alika one season the Football League. Next season akiwa 25 years ana referee the Premier League.
He was suspended again.
And then he was suspended.
And he's been very controversial.
Yeah, he was. He was so controversial, he was actually taken away.
He's incompetent,
that
right?
was back in 2008. Alitolewa. Alafu sasa amerudishwa tena. So like the whites wanapewa ka liwage fulani yenye unatoka Football League teketeke kama umepelekwa maybe Championship teketeke kama umepelekwa Premier League. And like a black ukianza Football League buda utapitia zote Football League, League 2, League 1, Championship. There is no that elevation at one time. So there's also that discrimination.
And you wonder, international tournaments, there are black referees.
Yeah.
In the EPL.
And
also, they do quite well also.
I feel those guys are also very selfish. Because what was that? The last World Cup edition, there wasn't no English referee, right?
20 what?
Was it 2018?
2018. Akukwa?
There wasn't.
There
wasn't any.
Adi akina nani wako wanaitwa aje? Mike Dean na akina Mike Oliver.
Dean last in the World Cup ilikuwa lini?
I don't think he has ever attended.
I don't know.
So there's a World Cup edition that didn't feature any English referee.
That must be damning for the goddamn Premier League, right?
So if a whole league that is deemed as the best in
the world
cannot produce a single referee in a World Cup tournament, that should send a signal and should also tell them that they need to diversify this, because there was also comparisons being done in the officiating of the World Cup matches
vis-a-vis the league. Yeah,
quality refereeing as compared to
what we see day in day out in the Premier League.
In the Premier League, you get.
Yeah.
So that should be a wake-up call.
Unfortunately, they've been sleeping for 12 years.
Been sleeping on it. I have a question.
I think La Liga is the best
They have diversity? Do you have blacks there?
There are not so many controversies in La Liga.
Oh, La Liga. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happens if you can in Premier League, man.
Yeah.
Because they were using even VR before we were.
In fact,
Okay, before Premier League was.
I have a feeling those guys even complicate things. How many times have they been changing the offside rule, for example?
They changed this season. Walianza last season. Last season, but one they changed.
And when you talk
then
about
last
offside,
season they changed.
when you talk about offside rule, there is that line. It was thicker last season. It's thinner this season.
This season is thicker.
Thicker, yeah. It
this
was
season
thinner.
is
This season is
thicker.
right?
Like it changes anything?
The low size and the lines have changed. And also, the positions, I don't know, the body parts, etc., stuff like that.
Yeah.
They've also changed that. You get? So these guys are getting confused over time.
Yeah.
They are complicating this thing. And I think that could also be another reason why they are refereeing.
They are not chosen to go to,
You get?
Yeah.
Has to be the
And
worst
then,
refereeing.
I have a question. You said somebody got promoted from League One quickly up.
Yes, to a Tatwell.
Yeah, and went all the way real quick. Do you think if in Kenya, by the have trained for refereeing one time,
Football,
football, I was trained by this guy, in the only Kenyan at the Afcon, Waweru, the JQuat Sports director.
He's in Afcon right now.
Yeah, he's been to 2 Afcons.
As a ref?
As a referee, center referee. He's been doing dope job. He's also the sports director there and also a lecturer. He's a PhD holder in maths. So I was trained by him. And I have a question. Assuming that in Kenya, we have a white guy. He trains to be a referee. He referees these matches, national leagues and all that. Do you think his color will favor him and go all the way up because of the perception that we hold about whites?
It's probable.
He will be given,
it's quite probable.
May be given.
Yeah, I mean,
job.
every now and then, look at.
That's funny.
Unajua ni kwa nini? Because even the managerial positions for coaches, we always dash to go and get foreigners. It's not
Some
like we
people
don't
even know.
Yeah, and it's not like we don't have coaches here. By the way, we do have some good coaches, but every now and then, we're always dashing to go get foreigners. Like they will do a good job. Alafu wanakuja. Some even do a shoddy job.
Very shoddy
And then
job.
if they don't do a shoddy job, we can't afford them. So you're wondering, why are you hiring in the first place if you can't afford to pay him? So they wanapelekwa wanafutwa kazi. So it's probable. Even the referee you brought up in here and he's white might get better chances of refereeing a game
real quick, right?
than a black.
Yeah, it's not so easy.
It's that
it's not
cultural mindset of that
White
it's people are more
superior or they have better. I almost feel like it's like
game,
inferiority complex of some sort.
Yeah.
You feel like your color, you're not good enough, but these other guys are. So wanapewa tu advantage over things that not necessarily they should be having.
And you know, I said we are not helping ourselves. Those guys, they also hold the same perception that they are superior. But Sisi, we hold the perception that they are superior.
Yeah. So it all plays out to their advantage. Crazy stuff, man. Absolutely. So that's that with the Premier League. Let's talk Afcon now because it's currently ongoing. But speaking of referees, game ya leo ya Zimbabwe na Guinea. I don't know if it's being played at 7 or at 10 p.m. It's an all-female refereeing.
Sure.
From the center referee to the linesman to the fourth
VAR.
official. I think even to the VAR, ni madam. So that's good. Maybe that's something we should.
That's commendable.
Yeah,
I like
that's something
that.
we should see even the Premier League
I like
happening.
that.
All right, so far imekuwa ikiendelea. You guys have been watching it?
Yes.
Yes.
Which teams are you supporting, by the way?
I would have supported Harambee Stars if we had qualified.
Of course.
But I can't support any team. So I'm just watching it as a fan.
Hakuna yenye kidogo unataka kuona like wakiendelea vizuri more than another one.
If
Eric by Ivory Coast.
Tunisia. I want Hannibal to come as a African champion. Because there's this talk that when he comes back, he's going straight to the first team.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. Is it gonna happen? Highly rated by Raf?
You know, he's a midfielder, and we are suffering there.
Central. Or Central.
So he could.
Okay. Is he anaanzisha game ya Tunisia?
Yeah,
he's been
he's a
playing?
starter.
He's number 10. But
Even in the Asian, there was some Asian
Arab
tournament
Cup, yeah.
He was a finalist and he was a starter.
Oh,
Probably
right.
one of the MVPs.
So if
you go by that, Rieng,
if Ivory Coast had taken Ahmad Diallo, I would have gone.
You'd have gone there.
And
all right.
But I do think Nigeria will win it.
Yeah.
Nigeria will win.
You think they have enough quality?
There's this superstition that's going on in Nigeria
That
where Iheanacho won an FA Cup. Who's this guy?
Mikel.
No. Who's this guy from Villarreal? Or
Chukwueze.
Yeah.
Won a
Europa.
Europa League. Who they beat by the?
Who's that?
Walipiga nani Europa League.
Let's go on.
There's this female Nigerian player in Barcelona. They won the Champions League. You know?
Oh.
Then Burna Boy won a Grammy last year.
Yeah.
And then
Wizkid also did some dope things.
yeah. So you see, Nigeria on a high.
On a high, yeah.
On a high, so they might finish on a
Might
high.
translate all the way to football.
But maybe it's the
They
goals
also have dope juju's anyway.
Plus,
Might play a part
plus
in
Cameroon-
getting them there.
Cameroon showed their weakness yesterday.
Against Cape Verde,
Yeah, they showed their weakness.
They drew?
Yeah, they drew 1-1.
they drew, yeah.
So they showed their weakness. And Nigeria, the good thing about them, they are compact. Yeah? And they're scoring goals for fun. So, you know, that's why you see someone like Victor Moses nilikuwa nataka kujoin squad dakika za mwisho after alikata hiyo call up, si ndio? Yeah. So you see there's this wave wanaenda nayo sasa. So I think
They might ride on it and maybe go all the way.
they might.
All right.
But the most disappointing has to be Algeria, the reigning champions.
Yeah. You know, do you know they're actually bottom of the table?
My God.
They might not even qualify as the third best team.
I'm shocked.
I was supporting a different country for that.
Who are you rooting for?
I was rooting for Senegal.
Oh, okay.
But then I had an inward feeling that if Algeria remains the same Algeria I know from 2014 or 2010, those guys can do big things. They have a very, very dope style of play. I just don't know what the hell is going
happening
on
this
with
time
them
around.
right now. But what I can say in general about Afcon, I think Nigeria, it's theirs to lose it. I have a feeling that the home advantage is going to ride on Cameroon in terms of fans, in terms of officiating. You get.
But because of the 2 penalties that they were given.
Not even the 2 penalties.
Why
It's
would you think
Africa,
that about-
my guy.
But the referees are not from there.
You get.
But like
See, they are from regional. They are chosen from,
Of course, but they are in that country.
so they,
meaning?
so they,
Sasa kukirefu vibaya nitakukujia kwa hoteli.
You get the point. So they have a lot of home advantage playing towards them. There's that hype coming in.
I also think they are playing good football.
They are also playing good football. Actually, so far, Cameroon and Nigeria, they are only the two teams.
Yeah, una game yao iko
And unaona game yao,
iko
and
sawa.
probably Morocco coming up. They have a game. They have a style. You dig? So I have a feeling that we could probably have a final of Nigeria and Cameroon.
That would be
in the long-
interesting.
The most disappointing thing about, besides Algeria in the whole tournament, is the quality of goalkeeping.
especially no,
Who,
it's
Algeria?
actually
It's Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast.
Yeah,
no actually I won't blame him that because the pitch was bad.
Is it because of the pitch? I mean, just poor handling. Ni poor handling. man.
Come on.
Just give him a benefit of the doubt. The pitch vile alianguka ilitoka yenyewe. True or false?
Pitch ilitoka.
Haukuona ilitoka?
That's true. That's true. But we have similar pitches in Europe. You remember there's a time Ronaldo had to put a patch on some pitch?
Yeah. When in
Kaliraruka, ilikuwa La Liga.
But
You get? We play football on a regular FA Cups with these other tiny teams. We played Tranmere in a muddy state. You get? So for me, I feel if you're a goalkeeper, the quality of goalkeeping has been terrible. There's a country that was beaten 4-0. Was it Mauritania?
yes.
The goalkeeper was trash. Did you see that?
Yeah, walipangwa kaa kuni.
Bure sana by Tunisia.
Yeah.
Tunisia beat them 4-0.
Yeah.
The quality of goalkeeping.
I just think like for Tunisia especially the quality of football was just too good.
Yep.
Juma bao zao zilikuwa zinakaa za FIFA man.
But they were so simple goals, man.
Ilikuwa inakaa ya FIFA kaa ile ya Kazri.
Yeah. Kazri is dope though.
Kazri is dope. Ile striker wao alifunga, that was another beautiful goal. So I also like the way these other small teams are also playing up to another level. Like Equatorial Guinea. Who would have thought? Equatorial Guinea wapiga defending champions. Team iko na Mahrez, Benrahma, Jui.
Those guys wasted
Ju
a lot
and
of
who?
chances. Na wakapatikana. And they paid for it. And I also, and if people haven't realized, Equatorial Guinea, they've been decent since they hosted that Afcon. You remember?
When was that?
They once hosted an Afcon. Hapa juzi. Was it co-hosted?
The last one was in Egypt.
2019.
Leave that one. There's another
2017
one
one.
they hosted. I think so. You can check for me. Since then, I saw they showed some glimpse of
They are doing kidogo
some
good.
good things. So when I saw them growing to this level, I like it. And I love Cape Verde because they have a blend of also Portuguese who have that talents, culture, and all that. Yeah, so I think they're
Cape Verde, by the way, they stand a chance of going through as one of the third best teams. Wakona, I think 3 points.
Yeah, they're
So
doing well.
imagine the
Why you not
Sierra Leone. Wamecheza poa by the way. Wamecheza poa, but
Not at all. I doubt.
wako number 3?
wako number 3 kwa group yao
Sindio?
wako number 3.
The match wali drawn Algeria. Those guys didn't do anything.
Ni goalkeeper aliwasave. They had a very good
They didn't
goalkeeper.
do anything.
He was actually the man of the match.
So if they go far, not far the next round.
Alafu wakiwa dark horses. Who are your dark horses?
My dark horses, probably Guinea. Guinea's
Guinea.
Gators,
Gators, yeah. Wanacheza leo by the against
they are top,
ni Malawi
right?
ama ni Zimbabwe.
They are top.
They're
Joint
joined
top.
with Senegal.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think they could.
Equatorial Guinea. I think Equatorial Guinea wameni surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yep.
I'm
They've
surprised.
done well.
Yeah.
They haven't lost, right?
No, they haven't. Actually, the way
They have 4 points.
I think so.
no, they have 3.
3.
They've lost. If they have 3, they've lost 1.
I think walipigwa ni nani? Walipigwa na Ivory Coast.
Oh yeah.
1-0 I think. Yeah. So
And Ivory
Afcon.
Coast is also another good side,
Yeah.
but
I'm
they
actually supporting Ivory Coast.
they are too star-studded and they made very silly mistakes.
Against.
Kaili
That
Ajuzi.
goalkeeper, I heard the goalkeeper lost his dad the next day.
Oh yeah. I hope that is not going to affect him.
Condolences to him.
Yeah.
I hope that the spirit propels them,
To win it.
especially him, to win it.
To win it for,
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because I'd love Bailey to also, carry something at the end of the day.
Yeah, Jim,
But
trophy drought
then-
kamezidi pale.
Trophy draft
Eric
Manchester
Bailly.
but then I like them. I like ironically I like Aurier.